Welcome back to a Clan a Day podcast brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald, and today we're stepping into the storied heritage of Clan Young. Though Clan Young lacks a recognised chief today and is considered an armigerous clan, its history is anything but ordinary. From their early influence in Scottish courts to their contributions in academia and military history, the Youngs have a fascinating legacy that spans centuries. The origins of the name Young are both personal and descriptive, often used to distinguish a younger family member or heir from their elders. In Scotland, this term sometimes translated to younger, a title indicating the next in line for a feudal title or estate. The earliest documented mentions of the Youngs date back to 1271, with records of Malmor and Ada Young at Dumbarton. By 1342, John Young of Dingwall was a witness to a charter issued by the Earl of Ross, further establishing the Youngs as significant figures in the Scottish landscape. In the 15th century, Alexander Young served as chaplain to the House of the Holy Trinity in Aberdeen, marking the family's growing presence in ecclesiastical and royal circles. A prominent member of Clan Young, Peter Young, stepped onto the national stage in 1569 when he was appointed assistant preceptor to the young James VI of Scotland, thanks to a recommendation by the Regent Moray. Peter Young's influence was instrumental in guiding James VI's early education and ensuring his readiness to take on the responsibilities of kingship. In 1605, Peter Young's service was recognised when he was knighted by the king himself at Whitehall. Peter Young's life is a testament to the clan's ability to interweave with royalty and nobility. His marriage to Elizabeth Gibb, a lady-in-waiting to Queen Anne of Denmark, brought the Young family further into the orbit of the royal court. The couple had a large family, and many of their children followed in their father's footsteps, enjoying royal patronage and playing vital roles in European affairs. Their son, also named Peter, was part of an embassy to the court of Gustavus Adolphus of Sweden in 1628. Sir Peter Young the elder eventually passed his legacy to his son, Sir James Young, who acquired extensive land grants in Ireland. This acquisition spread the Young surname and influence throughout Irish counties like Antrim, Tyrone, Down, and Londonderry, establishing a lasting presence. As the centuries progressed, the Young family continued to grow in influence. In 1670, they sold their original estate at Easter Seaton and acquired new lands at Aldbar, near Brecon. Aldbar remained in the family until 1743, when it was sold to a relative, William Chalmers of Hazelhead. This transition, along with the numerous intermarriages between the Youngs and other notable families, cemented their place in the Scottish nobility. One of Clan Young's most celebrated descendants in recent times was Peter Young, 1915 to 1988, a distinguished military historian awarded the Military Cross 3 times for his service. A commander of the 9th Arab Legion in Jordan and an influential historian, Peter Young was instrumental in founding the Sealed Knot Society in 1968. This society has been dedicated to the study and reenactment of British military history, particularly focused on the English Civil War and the Scottish Wars of the Covenant. His work contributed to a resurgence of interest in Scottish military heritage, and through his legacy, the Young clan's historic impact remains alive and celebrated. Clan Young's history is also reflected in the sites they held throughout Scotland. Rue Castle, near Jedburgh in the Scottish borders, was a stronghold of the Youngs, though it suffered during conflicts with the English in 1513 and again in 1545. Aldbar Castle, once owned by the Lyon family, passed to the Youngs, marking their expansion into Angus. In 1804, the Youngs constructed Harburn Castle in West Lothian, a grand estate that now serves as a hotel and conference centre. The Youngs' contributions also extend to Scotland's intellectual and religious life. Patrick Young, a Greek scholar and renowned academic, was born at Easter Seaton in 1584 and became one of the most esteemed scholars of his time. Serving as royal librarian to James VI and later to Charles I, Patrick made extensive contributions to the preservation and translation of ancient manuscripts, especially the renowned Alexandrian manuscript of the Old and New Testaments. Patrick's scholarly endeavours enriched Scotland's academic heritage and demonstrated the intellectual strengths within Clan Young. Additionally, Sir Peter Young's family intermarried with influential Scottish families, weaving a network of alliances and extending their influence well beyond Scotland's borders. Through these relationships, the Youngs maintained a connection to powerful European families, allowing them to play significant roles in diplomacy and cultural exchange. The Youngs' descendants became leaders, scholars, and warriors, with some venturing into England and others establishing roots in Ireland. Despite their prominence, the Youngs remained resilient amid political and social changes. Even today, the clan is remembered for their service, intellectual contributions, and lasting influence. They may not have a recognised chief, but the Clan Young Society works to honour and preserve their heritage, connecting members across the globe who bear the Young name. Thank you for joining us on a Clan a Day podcast to explore the history of Clan Young, a family with a legacy that's intertwined with the story of Scotland itself. Join us tomorrow for another fascinating journey into Scotland's past. I'm Colin MacDonald, and as always, go Nairy and both are leet.